a two-point game. Giddey, tough spot, backdoor, what a pass, what a play!
Josh Giddey is a slob wizard.
Good job, Slob Wizard!
Now let's not make that stick.
Well, it might be too late, because once it goes on Basketball Reference, it's kind of official.
You're a wizard, Giddey.
Wait, we should stop here, because you may be wondering, sir, what precisely is a slob wizard? And what does Tom Brady have to do with being a slob wizard? Actually, we'll get to all of that here in a minute. Let's set the table. Josh Giddey is one of the best passers in the NBA already, at just 21 years old. His feel, his vision, his instincts, his anticipation, all combined with his size, give him the tools to make the passes other players just don't have in their bag. He's talked before about watching quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes and how they can throw wide receivers open, but passing is just in his DNA. Both his parents played pro basketball, and at a young age, his dad Warwick, an Australian basketball legend, instilled the mindset in Giddey to be a team-first, pass-first kind of player. Giddey's teams ran something called the Australian Shuffle, a kind of offense predicated on moving, cutting, and passing. So it's something he's always done, and one of the reasons he shot up draft boards in 2021, and the big reason the Thunder targeted him at 6th overall. In a lot of ways, he's the spiritual representation of the offense Oklahoma City runs, which is one of the most dynamic and fun in the NBA. If you move, if you cut, if you find any kind of space, Josh Giddey will throw you open. And in what has become a signature for Giddey is the slob, and its first cousin, the blob. That is, sideline out of bounds and baseline out of bounds. It might seem like a niche skill, but Giddey is hands down the best inbound passer in the NBA. Giddey has some spectacular ones, like this one his rookie season, a one-handed cross-quarter for three. And after Giddey threw a couple ones against the Cleveland Cavaliers this season, John Hollinger anointed him a slob wizard.
Just a slob like one of us.
It's rare to score direct off inbound passes. It almost always requires a set play with a curling shooter late in the shot clock situation, or maybe a clear defensive breakdown that allows an open look. But Giddey's inbound passing is almost like a set piece in soccer or something. It's planned spontaneity, if that makes sense. They aren't called plays. They are just read and react moments with his teammates that are built off chemistry, body language, and instinct. Like this one against the Cavs. One of Giddey's secrets is in the setup. He has this subtle move where he stands inbounds a little bit while the referee gets in place to hand him the ball. That's when Giddey is scanning the floor like he's Neo seeing in Matrix vision. It's when those nonverbal cues are set up where his teammates look for their spot. And in this one against the Cavs, it's all about the open space created and the personnel involved. Isaiah Joe is one of the best shooters in the NBA and always a threat to curl off a screen. And the Cavs are obviously aware of that. So he uses that leverage against them, and with the open space in the paint, Giddey threads an absolutely ridiculous needle into space for Joe to get a dunk. Or this one to SGA from the same game. The interesting part of this is what Giddey's slobbing and blobbing has done to his teammates, because now they are making the same kinds of reads that he does. He explained it at a practice this way.
It's kind of a read, and he read it, before I did. He saw Okoro top blocking him. Mobley was the big that was meant to be helping, and he wasn't there. So we kind of looked at each other, made eye contact, and he got a layup. So a lot of it's on the other guy as well. We got smart players that recognize when the defense is kind of slipping a little bit, and we're able to exploit that and get layups.
So it was Giddey and SGA working together, and SGA basically cueing Giddey for the pass. One of the top blobs from Giddey is actually more of an actual set piece, but it takes his preposterous passing skills to make it even possible. It's a misdirection play where the Thunder leverage the strong side of the floor with a quality shooter against the weak side where they expect the defense to shift their eyes or outright fall asleep. Chet screens for Isaiah Joe in this play, and Giddey looks there initially, often faking that pass. SGA looks like he's going to cut from the weak side corner, and all eyes are always trained to him. But SGA is actually setting a screen on Lou Dort's man, who is sliding down into the corner from the wing. Now, all this play needs is a pinpoint bounce pass that has to be both low enough to not hit the backboard, high enough to not bounce first on the baseline and be out of bounds, and hard enough to get there quickly while Dort is still open. and Giddey delivers it, and Dort nails the three. OKC has run this play a lot, and it takes a special inbounder like Josh Giddey to make it at all possible. Let's go back to that one to Isaiah Joe. Look at where Joe is when Giddey throws this thing. There's just nothing there. He is throwing it to nothing. But it's all about anticipation and trust. He sees the move Isaiah Joe is making, he sees the space, and he just throws it there. The Slobs have come in clutch in big spots, like Giddey hitting SGA on a back cut to seal a game against the Grizzlies, or Giddey hitting Kenrich Williams on a similar play to force overtime against the Mavericks. And every time it happens, it makes you think, how do opposing teams keep letting this happen?
It's a mystery, and it will always be a mystery.
But there is also the underrated element of just being able to get it in when you have to. Giddey is the Thunder's late game inbounder too, obviously, and is world class at just getting the ball in under pressure. Coach Mark Daigneault talked about this aspect to Giddey, using Super Bowl 36 of all things as an example. Here's Coach Mark explaining it.
It's like a great quarterback that throws the ball away. You know, it's like Brady's first Super Bowl, my favorite play. It's the final drive. Seriously, it's the final drive. And he gets blitzed by the Rams, and he throws the ball away, and it was the play of the drive. You know, he doesn't turn it over, and he keeps the drive alive. And Josh has that judgment. You know, he's not trying to hit a home run every swing, but when it's there, he hits it, something else.
So, back to that Cavs game. The Thunder had just come back from 10 down with 2 minutes to go. They went 4-4 from 3. Chet Holmgren had a massive block on Evan Mobley and hit a game-tying 3. Lou Dort hit the go-ahead bucket and locked down Donovan Mitchell in the clutch. It was time to close it out, so they take a timeout to advance the ball, and now it's Giddey Slob time.
That's one way to put it.
But there's no home run pass to hit here. It's just about taking the check down for Giddey. 5-second clock ticking, he gets it into SGA, who gets trapped and throws it off a Cavs defender. Time to do it all over again. The Thunder run a stack play, and with the threat of Giddey hitting a backdoor pass to someone, the Cavs bracket everybody, and it leaves Jalen Williams wide open to flash into the backcourt. Giddey takes the easy check down. 2 free throws, and then Donovan Mitchell hits a crazy 3 to cut it back to 1 with 6.4 seconds left. And now the Thunder are out of timeouts after advancing the ball. With 6'11" Mobley in his face and the 5-second clock ticking, Giddey calmly holds on until SGA wiggles free and hits on an on-time bounce pass to one of the best free throw shooters in the NBA. Game over. The one-handed bullets and the backdoor dimes are beautiful, but there's a lot more than just that, which is why Josh Giddey is, sorry Josh about this, the true Slob Wizard.